Hi, everybody. Nancy here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have a new update, and I don't know where to begin. You know, it is so subtle. It's like, are you kidding me? This is like awesome, these updates. And it's like, yeah, okay, there's this. But it makes such a world of difference, this new stuff. I am so excited. Write through options for shapes, link to pages, or bookmarks. This makes the link behave like you're on the actual page. You have the actual page inserted, and you can write through to that page and make changes to it directly. What the heck? What does that mean? Well, let me just show you what that means and what you can do with it. All right, let's suppose I'm going to delete this. Let's suppose you've got these in this particular journal. I've got these different pages for productivity, all these trackers, and if I want to keep up with my finances, I've got all these different pages. And if you scroll to them, you're doing one at a time, and it's like, okay, then you got to page and keep page until you find another one, and you're constantly going back and forth between these different documents trying to keep track of all that you're doing. Not anymore. Okay, if I go back to that page, templates, click on that, and I click on the first one. This just happens to be the way I set it up for my own self. The yearly finance overview, I just click that because it's the first one. So I tap on it and check it out. Now it looks normal, but if I reduce it down, looky, I've got all the different pages that are under that particular, let me undo that, under that particular tab. So now I can look at one. Now, the reason that they're kind of orangey is because they are links. When you create them, they are links back to the page that they are. You know what I mean? Right now, they're just a link that's a see-through window, kind of. But I can treat them just as though they are the page I'm looking at. So if, let me turn off that orangey, the highlight all links, turn that off, and see, now it looks like a normal page. And if I zoom in, I can work on it from here, and whatever, type here, and whatever, and fill in the blanks, and then look down, and if there's something else that same information is somewhere else on this, then I can just either copy and paste it, drag it, let me copy and paste it, or get this and drag it over to here. Okay, can you see the potential of this? And now, okay, because they are links, if I click on the first one, it takes me to that page. And there it is with the squiggles that I did. All right, now I can do undo link and go back to this page, and I decide I'm going to go to the one here. And there's that one. Now, I just happened to have that kind of background on this one. I was playing one day. This is a journal for this year that I haven't started using yet. But so now I do, and again, let me add something else. Let me do this here, and then do undo link, and there it is. Now, you see, it's super sensitive about being a link, so I have to be careful what I do. Let's see if was something else. If I just zoom in and treat it like it's a page that I want to use. Think about it. You could have all your weeklies, like I've got all my monthlies chunk together. So now I can see all the months of the year in a single spot. Oh my goodness. And the way you do it, well, I was fixing to say the way you do it, and I was going to show you one way, but I forgot. He did add another thing. I test, so I know things that are there already before he releases it. So that's why I've been playing with it already. But if I go to, I click here and I go to, no, that's not what I want. I want the regular menu. See down under page, it says create page grid. All I have to do is click on that, and first thing you want to do, just to remember, you need to hit clear, because sometimes you'll have pages selected further down that you don't see when you initially get here. So it's better to just make a habit of doing clear, unless you are doing the same page over again. You messed up and you decided to do something different. But I always hit the clear first, and then I can either scroll through and, select them one at a time like this, or I'm going to hit clear, or I can do arrange, and I can tell it that, I want to include on this page pages 2 through 10, and hit return or hit select range. And now it's selected them for you. Those are the 2 through 10. And I do OK. And see now, it's created the grid. And I have the option to change it to a 4-column grid. And it shuffles it up and puts things in different places. So if I make it a 5, see, I can make it 1 column where they're all vertical, like that, or just slide it until you see what you want, and you can add spacing if you want between each one. I don't see the necessity of that, but we have the option. And then do create, and now I've just added this chunk, and they're all a chunk until I do something, until I unselect it. So I'm going to move it down here since I already have something on this page, and I zoom back out. See, I've got something over on the right, and now I've got something down here. Select it, make it bigger. I can select, I say, oh no, I'm not going to use this, I'll never use this. Then I can just select it and delete it. Or I can, just move stuff around at this point. This tickles the heck out of me. All right, so again, just write, and that's all you have to do. Now, initially, before he added that add page grid, what you could do, if you decide, well, I still want another page, but you don't want to go through the whole doing the grid thing, all you have to do is do a plus link, and I want to do a page, so I click on the right, and now I can choose the one that I want to include here. Now I can know a number. Let's say I want to do that one, and I do OK. Now I have that one selected. It's a page, and I'm going to put image. Right now it's set to blank, so it would just be an empty shape if I didn't put the image, but I'm going to put the image there. And if I see, I need to turn right through on, and I don't need to do the window mode. I just turn right through and do create. Now I've just added this one, and it does the same exact thing. I can write on it. Right. And it's a link, so I can tap on it, and it takes me to that page, and there's the writing. I am so excited about this. All right. So you got all kind of places and ways to do this. Now, something I did today was, see, I've got something called a pop-up up at the top. I have always wanted the ability to have, there's certain details that you want to keep a copy of and you want access to it all the time. But in my mind, that's a pop-up. Well, today I decided, let me try doing this. I call it a pop-up, but it's really just a split screen. If I click on that pop-up at the top, see, it's just opened something that I've got saved over on the right. It opened a split screen, and this is the information that I want to be able to use in this particular document. See, I've got all the wellness, and I've said, okay, if I need to make a change to all the wellness things, like if I go to here, let me get back on the right side. If I go here and I do, I want to put something on certain pages. Let's say I want to put that squiggle on multiple pages, so I'm going to select it. And then I go to here and I go copy properties, and I want to say selected items and go to selected. Now I can look over here and see what pages these certain things are on. So when I do a range, I've got the range over on my cheat sheet or my pop-up. All right. So instead of doing 1 through 718, which is all the pages in the document, I just want to do it on the, let's say, wellness 604, 604 through 608. All right, and now do copy. Yes. And if I go to page 604, if I click here and go to page 604, that squiggle will be there. Return. Oh no, I hit cancel. Duh. Copy properties. Selected. Shoot, I'm sorry, y'all. Selected. No, I think it's no. It was the go-to. This is already done. I don't need to do this again. I just need to do the go-to thing again. So if I click on this and do go to page and do 604, go to, see, there's my squiggle. And it'll be there on all the few pages. Okay, so that's why I like to have what pages certain things are on. Here are all my monthly pages, here are all my weekly pages. And so if I want to do something with a chunk, then I've already got this done. Now, in the past, I've just put that on a note from here. But the problem with that is when you get a bunch of these, then you got to make sure that all these are for the right document. If I have them built in already, this is just a page in this document. It's notebook 1 that I have just decided, well, this is where I'm going to put my notes, and I'm going to put a link to that, and I have it on every page. I put it on a master layer up at the top, pop up. So now no matter what page I'm on, I can quick access that. Okay. Love it. I'll show you another example of what I'm talking about. If I go to my Bible, let me go. Oh, no. Okay. Notice I've been trying to click on this down here, but it doesn't work if you've got a split screen. So I have to turn off split screen in order to see the bottom menu. Let's see if I go to here and turn off the split screen. Now I'm back to this page, and now I've got the bottom. See, down at the bottom. So if I click on that And see, I already did this video once, but I didn't realize he was going to release all this stuff today. So this is this is my welcome screen for my faux pop-up window. But if I see, I have put, in the top left corner, you can see that it's highlighted right on top of Friday. That's my link to the pop-up window that I've got for the book of Leviticus, I think. This is the book of Leviticus. And there's certain things that I want to be able to see when I'm working in that particular book. So if I click on this, no, I just want to travel to that. See, it opened up the split screen, and here's all the information that I want to have access to. See? All the fun stuff that I've got. Now, a map, I'm definitely going to put a map on this extra page. And see, in this, I wrote 157 through 207. That's the pages that Leviticus is on. So I now know that. I can click on any one of these links up at the top. Everything functions, you know. Now I might end up having to do this on multiple times, but once I've got that open, then I can go to any page. Oops. Okay, don't do that. I had the right side active, and it went to the, well, heck, it went to the previous book. But, well, this will work to make the point. I can go to any page, and that will stay open. So let me make sure I'm on the correct side. And now if I go to the next page, see, I've got my split screen open, and I've always got access. Now, just pretend that this has information that I need over on this side. I call it a cheat sheet. So let me turn that off again, try to get back to the Bible. Turn off split. Now I can see that down at the bottom I can access my NIV. And see, right now you don't see anything. But when I click on the little brown square up at the top, it's a link that opens up a split screen that has all this fun information. And anytime I come up with something that I want to be sure, like I know that I'm going to want a map, I always want a map of the time period that I'm reading about. And I imported this stuff, or all I did, none of these are links. You see that they're not the orange color. They're just pasted over on the side. Now the difference is, if you notice, on the left side, it's got a black background. On the right side, it's got a white background. And that's because I have identified what's on the right as a, if I click on the gear, on the pages gear here, see, I've got it identified as a whiteboard. If I turn that off, it goes back to black. But I want it to be a whiteboard so that, one, I can tell the difference in the two, just quick looking at it. I know the one on the left is the actual page, and the one on the right is just my cheat sheet that I can zoom into. And another cool thing about having the pages that have multiple things on it, if you don't turn it on as a whiteboard, then when you go to this page, see, all of these look like they're all just a single document. But if I go, see the one that's highlighted right now, the Leviticus, the first page, see how it's wider? It's showing me everything that's on that because I've got it identified as a whiteboard. If I didn't have everything identified as a whiteboard, it would just look like it would look like this here. It would look like all the other pages. It would be the same size. So go back. See, it would be the regular, normal size. But as soon as you can see it. That's the difference. You're able to see everything that's on that screen now. So I know that I don't have any other multiple pages or any other extra stuffs. So if I go back. If I go back to my, turn this off again. If I go back to my monthly calendar that I was using up until I get that other one ready, the one that I just started working on, this is the one that is my actual one. And before he did the page settings, I was importing one at a time to create this. See, I went and did every week. I've got all the days for that week. So now I can quick look at this and see, okay, that's what I did on that day. And now see, and it's got a white background, so I know that I've already identified this as a whiteboard. So if I look at my pages again, see all the ones I've got made already. I love this tool. Lots of pages that are not identified as whiteboard, and then some that are, and I'm able to quick see where I've already put things together. See, this one right here is my monthly. Click on that, and that's going to have all my months. Now, of course, see, I'm able to quick see all my months and just put information on each one of them. I love that. But again, I don't have to do it the way I just did it, going through the pages. I can, let's see. I've got it set up so that I've got a link right here to months. And that brings that up. If I do undo link and I click over here on the left, I've got those pages set up. Now this again is the calendar that I started out using, but I may swap to the other one, I don't know. So I've got all the pages in this document set up this way, so I can copy and paste and do whatever I want to, and when I do, it's going to show up, see, like my list. If I click on that, I don't have the highlight turned on now, so everything is white, but if I turned on the highlight so you can see it, then it'll change the color. See, so I know that all those will take me to the page that they represent. See, here you go. So here's my list. Now I can do undo link and go back to the 4 setup. You know, because there may be something that's important in the top left corner that I need in the bottom right corner. So that's why I'm loving it. All right. I don't know. I guess that's all that you need to know about that. Now, getting back to where I started is I don't remember where I started. So I'll just go ahead and close down here. I think I covered the 2 things that, I can't remember what he added. We did the page thing, the grid, import other pages. No, pages, create page grid. Okay. I think the split up infinite page and the import other pages is from the last update. The create page grid is from this update. All right. So I think I've covered it. Y'all have a good day here. Bye.